Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I'm here because it is BookList Thursday. BookList Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. And today is another round of our 5-star predictions. This is something we do every 2 months. We pick 3 books that we think are going to be 5 stars. We tell you what they are, and then we come back and tell you how they were. The other thing we've been doing is inviting other booktubers to come and join us as we do these 5-star predictions. So today we are joining up with Kaitlyn over at Bandy's Books. I love Kaitlyn. I found her fairly early on when she started her channel. It's pretty new, but she has, like, if I'm looking for a diverse read or books I haven't heard about, she is my go-to girl. Like, she has introduced me to so many different books that just don't seem to get onto my radar. So she's my girl. She does some fun vlogs. She does some really nice tags. And she's been doing some shorts lately, which are super cute too. So I'll have her linked below, but definitely go and check out Kaitlyn. Awesome channel. So we're going to team up with her. And then the theme we kind of came up with, and I say theme in quotes because it's pretty loosey-goosey, but we're talking about trying to kind of read what's on our shelves and read some of our backlist books. And so kind of looking for what are some of the oldest books we have, not necessarily date they were published. I guess it could be interpreted that way, but like, I'm more or less like, what has been sitting on my shelf for quite some time? So I don't organize my books in Goodreads in a great way that I could really go back and figure out, okay, this is when I actually hauled the book. So this is kind of going off of some gut instinct here. What I could do is go on Book of the Month and figure out what is one of the oldest Book of the Month books that I got with my subscription to them that I haven't read yet. And that is Emma in the Night by Wendy Walker. So this one follows a 15-year-old girl named Cass and her 17-year-old sister Emma. They both disappear one night. The family car is found deserted nearby, but the authorities are baffled as to what could have become of them. There are just no clues. There's no signs. They are just gone. 3 years later, with just the clothes on her back and no evidence or credibility to back up her claims of what happened, Cass, who's the 15-year-old, returns home without her sister. Her tale is one of kidnapping and isolation and the mysterious island where the two were held. And so this also brings in a forensic psychologist, Abby Winter, who's seeing some holes in some of Cass's story. Things don't add up. And as an expert in narcissistic personality disorder, she looks deeply into Cass's family to uncover the truth. So really looking at that family dynamic and what actually happened that night. Really interested in this one. The next one I'm picking up is one I owned for a while. I unhauled it and then I rehauled it. So in my mind, it's one that's been on my TBR for a very long time. And it's Kristen Hanna's Magic Hour. This one takes place in the rugged Northwest. No surprise there, Kristen. Thank you. We are in the Olympic National Forest, nearly 1 million acres of impenetrable darkness, impossible beauty, just a fantastic, very remote area. From deep within its old-growth forest, a 6-year-old girl appears. I think I have a theme here. Speechless and alone, she offers no clues to her identity and no hint on her past. So then we have a retired, child psychiatrist, and it sounds like they team up to kind of figure out and solve this mystery. So very similar vibes here. I did not know that going into it, but I do stuff like that all the time. Anyway, so these are 2 books that have definitely been either on my TBR the longest or on my shelf the longest. This one I'm picking up because it seems like this book has been around the world, just a little tattered. Not that I picked this up that long ago, but it is a project that I want to make sure that we keep doing. So in 2021, when I met up with the BookTube besties, so Sarah, Krista, and Amanda, when we were in North Carolina, we came across some free little libraries and ended up picking this one up out of one of those little libraries. And we were all kind of fighting over it. And we're like, well, how about this? We just read it and we pass it along. And so it's been sitting on my shelf since then. So I need to read it and pass it along. So it's Diane Chamberlain's Summer's Child. Of course, we take place in North Carolina on a beach home. We are celebrating the 11th birthday of Daria. She receives an unbelievable gift from the sea, an abandoned newborn baby. Wow. All three of these, like, kids come out of nowhere. That's weird. When the identity of the baby cannot be uncovered, she is adopted by Daria's family, but her silent secret continues to haunt her. 20 years later, Shelley has grown into a young woman, and Daria continues to protect her. But when Roy Taylor, a friend from childhood and a television producer, returns at Shelley's request to do a story about her and try to figure out what happened, something precarious shifts in the small town of Kill Devil Hills. So it sounds like we have a lot of mystery here of children gone missing, not knowing what happened. Okay, I did not plan that, but it all works. So these are books that have definitely been on my shelves for a while, and I'm going to read. I think all of them are going to be 5 stars. I have really high hopes for this round. So if one of these is something that you think I should pick up sooner rather than later, let me know. Like maybe this one, so I can pass it on. Otherwise, head over to Sarah's and Kaitlyn's channels, both linked below, and see what they have picked for this round of 5-star predictions. We will come back at the end of February and tell you what we thought of these and whether or not they were 5 stars. So I can't wait. Otherwise, comment, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye.